Hey, Kitty Squad. So, first off, I want to start by apologizing for my last video because I did not know my editing when I exported the video. I did not know my editing thing would do that to my video. So, I gotta get a new editing software for my computer, my boyfriend's computer that he's letting me use for now. But this is going to be the start of a new series on my channel, and it's going to be called Dear Diaries. And diaries as more than one, because you guys can leave your thoughts and emotions and your feelings on these situations down in the comments below. So, to start off, it's going to be relationship advice. And not to lie about anything to your partner or your significant other or your mate, because it can lead to something that could ultimately destroy a relationship. Well, dear diary, I went through something with Sean because I lied about somewhere I went. I lied about where I went when I had taken the car because I didn't have my own car at the time. I was using his mom's. And I went and met up with a bunch of old friends. We're going to call them Turd 2, K. We'll call him KK. So Turd 2 and KK were all there. Well, Turd number 1 messages my boyfriend. We're going to give my boyfriend a nickname. We're going to call him Cartman, just because he reminds me of Cartman off of South Park. Well, Turd messages Cartman, tells Cartman he slept with me, and he didn't. He lied. The life lesson here, think about it. Boyfriend finds out I lied about where I went because I knew I would have been told no about the car with having to drive that far, because it's a 35-minute drive. And a guy messages him that he doesn't know and tells him he slept with me. Not in those exact words, but he hinted to it. Well, I didn't. I did not do anything. And he made I don't know, I'm pretty sure my boyfriend trusts me and he feels that I was faithful. But the moral of the story here is, don't lie about anything, because the smallest thing that seems so inconvenient, a little white lie, the smallest thing could ultimately destroy your relationship, because me and Cartman almost broke up over this. And it was super stressful and it was super hard on our hearts. But we made it through it because we love each other and there is trust there. And we were meant to be. That's all there is to it. So yeah, it's just crazy what happens. It can so quickly turn downhill so freaking hard. Just a sharp, there's no leeway. It's just and just down. Just a complete. Yeah, it went downhill real quick. And Um, you know, but in order to come out of something like that, because any couple who aren't really in love will let that break them up. But any couples who truly know each other and trust each other and love each other understand what I am saying. Because you can feel it in your heart and in your gut. You have an intuition. You are human. Everybody has it. Something tells you it's going to rain today. Your kneecaps hurt. You just get a feeling it's going to rain today. Not all the time, but when you're sure, you're sure. You know that you know that you know. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It's an intuition. When you truly know that your partner is telling the truth, you truly know it. And I can speak from experience. So, because I've been used and abused, I am damaged goods, but aren't we all? And it's been so hard, and it's been so rough, but we have really made it through this, and we have really become stronger because of it. But another thing that happened to me when I was like 18 to 20 years old, to 21, so until recently, I had a very close family member of mine fall into drugs, and it was really hard because drugs, when you have an addiction, whether it's you or somebody else, and if it isn't you, you understand what I'm saying. When somebody has an addiction, they really don't know that it doesn't just hurt them, it hurts everybody around them. Seeing you lose the soul of somebody, in terms speaking, losing that person to that thing, it's just sucking the life out of them. And, there's nothing you could do about it, because if they don't want to come out of it, they don't want to come out of it. Sorry, I had to fix my placement of the phone. But anyways, as I was saying, when you love somebody and they're part of your family, no matter blood or not, because, it absolutely kills you. And so, for example, meth is the drug of choice my family member had chosen, and I don't want to call them out on it because they have changed and they have come out of it, which is good, because sometimes people aren't as lucky as that. But their drug of choice was meth, and I didn't see them for 6-7 months, almost a year. And when I seen them finally, they were thin, they were unhealthy, they weren't eating, they just weren't themselves, they were faking it. How you can just tell somebody really depressed is just faking it. She was all out of it. And it was super hard to see that, because I loved her, and I do love her, and watching her kill herself slowly and miserably was morbid, and it was super hard. And I know I keep saying that, but it was just the hardest thing. So I ended up helping her by getting her to go to a mental institution and rehab, and then she got transferred upstate. And then she came out and she almost got back into it again, until I finally told her, hey, you're going to lose me if you don't quit your shit. And most people aren't this lucky. So, I'm sorry if it doesn't work for you. And she finally was like, okay, will you help me find a house or an apartment? Get me out of here. And so now she lives out of state now, and I'm really glad that she got out of it, because I was so scared of losing her. And not to losing her to just meth, but people who are into drugs get into very dangerous situations with drug dealers. and just illegal stuff. And I didn't want to lose her to prison. I didn't want to lose her to being shot or something over, something as dumb as that. But she recovered and she got out of rehab and she almost went back in, didn't go back in because I told her she was going to lose me. And finally, she's happy. She has a place to live. And mind you, she ended up going homeless for quite a few months. I can't remember exactly how many. I'm guessing like 3 or 4. And still made it out of it strong with animals, with a cat, a dog, a newborn baby, and herself, and one other person to take care of. And it was hard. It was really hard, but I stuck with her and I showed her she had support, because that's all they need is support when they're wanting to change. So show them support. Don't push them to keep doing it. Be like, okay, you're feeling like you're gonna use, talk to me, it's all right. Okay, you're having a really hard day, you're stressed, talk to me, it's okay. Don't be like, you gotta stay clean, you gotta do this, unless they're like on the verge and they're like having a full-on meltdown and they're like, I just want to die and blah blah blah. Then tell them, you can't do that, you can't use again, because if you do, you'll die and I can't lose you. Just keep reminding them that you love them and that you care and that you're there. And don't just tell them you're there, show them you're there, because telling somebody you're there is nothing compared to showing them you're there. And so we got out of it strong, and we rekindled everything, and everything's been better, and that's good. And she's a very strong individual, and if you're watching this, you know exactly who you are. You're a very strong individual, and you are the world to me. Everything. And I love you. So I hope that you guys like these my diaries kind of videos. And if you guys have anything to say on any of these topics, just leave a comment down below. I will have all my social media linked, all my usernames linked into the description box below. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, because it's really hard being a very small YouTuber and putting my emotions out there. But you gotta try new things. I don't think I really seen this on Facebook too much, or on YouTube too much. So I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.